Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. I was getting my shoes on. Shout out to the 125 likes. I don't see them, but I see 100 likes. That's awesome. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to you all as we break it down. I'm a little sweaty, man. It's like 79 degrees already. I don't know if I can do the suit and tie anymore. I really don't. I like it. I love the pocket square and everything, but I'm starting to sweat like a freaking monkey. My goodness. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Let's get that lemon water in us. I got my glass etched Crypto Lifer glass. Look at that. Crypto Lifer in etched glass. Look, you can't take it off. There ain't no sticker. It's beautiful. Shout out to my man, CMAZ. And it's sad, but man, maybe I'll get through it. I need to get a fan in here, some type of quiet fan. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. I did a lot of work. I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. I got the timestamps to prove it in my trading group. Been up since 4 a.m. Grinding. Just, it did take a nap from like 5 to 7, but I've been up since 4 a.m. If you're in my trading group, I've been giving you updates since 4 o'clock in the morning. No lie, working. Look at 4:48 a.m. Screen share today at 6 p.m. I'm talking about the new indicator that hit for 10% immediately. I posted it at 4:13. 10 minutes later, it banged on them for about 8.3%, 10% about. There's just things in the, I don't want you to see everything, but, I've been up early grinding just in case you didn't know. So if you're in my trading group, you're going to get the best effort ever put forward to get you where you need to be. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's break it down. Let's talk about Bitcoin right off the bat. Let's not waste any time. So right here, the daily, getting overbought in a bear flag. Measured move to 18,500. Very possible. Here's the deal. Most people are going to get wrecked because they're going to believe that this is the bottom. They're going to believe that we have to bounce. They're going to believe all these YouTubers that say that we're going to the moon. Another YouTuber, other people watching are going to get wrecked because they believe a YouTuber who's telling them we're going to go down. We're going to go down. We're going to go down. And they're going to sell everything right now, and then the market's going to move up. 97% of the people are going to get rocked and wrecked. Why is that? Because they're just not going to understand how to use technical analysis to their advantage. They think it's bear flag. Oh, that's what we do. We short. No. We watch smaller time frames for confirmation of support and resistance. When certain resistance is broken, when certain support is broken. Oh, if you don't know what a diamond is, stay tuned for more. I'm going to show you what I saw on the charts that maybe no other technical analysis saw, because I see things and I'm up since 4 a.m. So you're going to get the information given to you immediately. So let's take a look at Bitcoin here. in a bit of a nutshell. So we talked about Bitcoin being in this falling wedge. We have our levels labeled here, 29,000, 28,900, basically 29K, right? Then we're at 29,300. And then we have this level here. We'll move it up a little bit, you can see, because we bounced. We kind of bounced through it. We bounced right there. We got rejected right there. We got rejected right there. Previous rejection becomes new support. That's an SR flip. Previous rejection, support, support. Can it be support again? And it must be support. Otherwise, we are going to the downside. Why do I believe we're going down? Well, I have a few reasons why, and they've been playing out, and we've been showing you them on the live stream almost every single day. But we're going to give you Bitcoin. We're going to give you the Dow Jones. We're going to look at the S&P. Hell, we'll look at gold and silver. We look at Bitcoin dominance, U.S. Tether dominance, total and total 3. These are about 7 or 8 components that show you really where the market's going, show you what's happening in the markets today, and give you a good scope of whether your altcoin trade is going to play out, whether your trade that you're in the stock market is going to play out. I'll tell you right now, if you're not doing this every single day between 4 and 7 a.m. before market open and assessing the market, you don't really want to be a full-time trader. You know, people think that traders spend less time than people at work. We spend more time than people at work. We just don't do it at work we do it at our house, in our home, in our own spare time. Being a trader is the greatest rewarded in life because you did it, you know, it's you. Everything's on you. And you must pay yourself. You must pay yourself. Okay? Back to Bitcoin. Need I preach more? But look at this. So look, we had this channel up, down. It started up in this upper channel, but we broke down to this downward channel. I had to put 2 channels in here and split them. And you can see how this diagonal resistance, support, is now resistance. We could bump and run that. That's a bump and run. When you try to get back in and you don't, you run to the downside. So look for bearish retest of the zone. Look for bearish retest of the zone. This is an M pattern. When the M was halfway done on the replay tool here. I'll show you how to use almost every tool here. But look, when the M was halfway done, I predicted that we may be making an M pattern here and dumping to the downside. You know, projected, not predicted, but projected, because Bitcoin's been having an issue with this area. Resistance here. Resistance. Went through, but came right back. Resistance, fake out. That's a fake out. We faked out yesterday out of the pattern there. Came back in. And now we're dumping to the downside. I have a short open. I've had a short open, and I'm continuously adding to my short. Putting 500 and 500 as we reach certain levels. Where do I see the short going? Well, this was a rising wedge. I talk about this all the day on my channel. The rising wedge did a fake breakout, broke back into the pattern. You can see this is the wedge clearly. Why do you know that's the wedge? Because 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4, 5 touches on the wedge. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on the wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time. You're at resistance. You made an M pattern. There is so much bearish confluence right now that if you don't see what's happening and not paying attention to what's happening, however, the 1 hour, which did, hold on, I was about to say. I was like, thank God. Sometimes I get caught in replay mode. Don't let me do that this time, everybody. Don't let me do that. And the MACD doesn't need to be that big. Let's shrink that sucker down. RSI as well, and the stochastics. We got a lot of room there that we need for the charts. Start hogging up all my space there. All right. So this is a bullish rectangle, but it's also an M pattern. You want to watch how what the 1 hour's doing. The 1 hour's rolling over with bearish divergence. See that bearish divergence there? What is bearish div? Let me show you. We're going to clean this chart up in a second. I know it's messy because I have a lot of lines in there, but you got to look. The reason why I have a lot of lines is because this is the bear flag, this line and this line. This white line is the bigger channel that we're, trying to get out of, but respecting. You kind of move it up a little bit there. Yeah, it's right there. We're kind of right at that channel. And then you have a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time, and you have an M. M's break down 60% of the time. You have a lot of technical analysis in here. There's a lot to look at, a lot to go over. You don't want to skip it. Most people see 1 or 2 of these things. I try to see every one of them. Like, for instance, there's a possibility you have a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder here. That get confusing to beginners because they're like, well, you just said that's an M. You also said it's an inverted. Which one is it? Well, the Stokes will set you free. Where is the 4-hour Stokes? They're super high. So it's more likely you're in a bearish pattern than a bullish. If you have 2 patterns that are conflicting, which happens every once in a while. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. I've seen it in my life. So if you have 2 conflicting patterns, what do you do? What do you do? You look at the stochastics and you look at support and resistance. Where are you? Well, you're at resistance, and the Stokes are curling on you. It's not rocket science. See, what people do is they forget where they're at, okay? I've been reminding my team all night long since 4 a.m. last night. I said, I said, if I have to call it probability-wise, we're more likely to win on the shorts today. We're more likely to win in the shorts. So, oh, there's a little squirrel. So this is what I'm saying. This is what I see. And I'm just going by technical analysis. This is a rising wedge. 68% of the time, this is going to break to the downside. I said there's a chance we don't break down if we flag out. I said draw a flag when we were here. When we were here. You could probably see it on the live stream yesterday or wherever I said it to my group. But I said draw a flag. I said the bullish thing that can happen is if this pulls out a flag and we reset on the stochastics. Right? And I said the stochastics can come on down and we'll stay sideways. And there's a chance. The measured move. See, look. The measured move is the length of this pole. You bring it up here, and that brings you to 32,002, right? And as I'm showing you here, you have a low, you have a higher high, you have a higher low compared to that. You put in a higher high, then this bigger channel does have an upward trend. You see this? And that's how you can see that I'm open-minded. I'm not bearish, I'm not bullish. I'm letting the charts tell me where to go. I was mentored by an amazing man. Crypto Chris, man, I love you, bro. Check him out, Crypto Bitcoin Chris on Twitter. I love that dude. I say I was raised by him because I really was. 5 years, he showed me everything. And then I took it to the next level, right? And I disciplined myself and I just got to that next level. But I got a mentor just like you people have reached out to me for mentorship. I also got a mentor. Nobody can do this alone. Because it got passed from him. Someone passed it to him and he passed it to me. And now I'm passing it on to you, okay? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you all. Thank you for jumping on in. 371 people on the live, 177 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it if you're watching at home on the computer. Hit that like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it on your phone. Flip it side or flip it vertical. You'll be able to see that like. Hit the like, flip it back sideways. You'll be able to watch it beautifully. If you're jogging, stop jogging for a split second. Hit that like button. I've been watching people that I really like, and I just forgot to hit the like button. It's happened to me many a time. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I know, yesterday we ended up with 529 likes, maybe 578. I think the stream ended with 600 likes. I know that we can get there again, and I believe we will be there. I believe in each and every one of you. You got me where I'm at today, and I believed in you when I was at 1,000 subscribers. I believed you guys when I was at 5,000 subscribers. I believed you guys when I was at 10,000. I'm approaching 30,000 subs. So why? I know you guys are going to do the right thing. I don't even need to mention it again. I'm going to keep doing what I'm going to do. You guys are going to do what you need to do. And we're going to have an amazing time today. Each and every one of you, I love you all. Namaste, love, respect. Love is the strongest frequency. That's why I mentioned it so much. It is the strongest frequency on earth. If you live in love, you will conquer all your fears. You will not live in fear. And fear is the end of all goals. Fear is the end of accomplishment. When you're in fear, you cannot get things done. If you're afraid of crossing a road, you won't cross the road. And if you can't cross the road, then how do you get to the next level in life? So fear and worries that come from subconscious blocks in our brain that have held us back for years from things that have happened to us in the past. Our subconscious mind is controlling a lot of what we're doing and a lot of where we are in life, but we don't know that because we don't talk to our subconscious mind. Our subconscious mind comes out in dreams, comes out in subtle ways. We have to find the subconscious mind, trap it. How do you trap the subconscious mind? Through meditation. Over and over of meditation, you're able to trap it. You're able to find out what it's talking to you, and you're able to kind of reprogram it. Therefore, it starts telling you reaffirmations instead of deaffirmations. It starts feeding you positive energy instead of decreasing your energy. It starts pushing you instead of pulling you back. I was being pulled back by my subconscious for a long, long time. I started watching videos by Joe Dispenza. I don't even know his last name, but I started watching videos on the conscious mind. Every single night. I did it for 2, 4, 5 years. I think like 5 or 7 years, really. I realized that I was living inside of a conscious block. It was blocking me from getting places. Anyway, you guys are here for the TA. But if your mind is not set right, you need part of technical analysis is having a sound mind, right? If your mind is all over the place, if you're living in fear and doubt and you don't believe in yourself, how are you going to learn it? How are you going to learn the best way? How are you going to believe you're going to become a great trader? How are you going to believe you're going to get to the top level? How are you going to believe, right? So if you're going through some subconscious mind blocks, maybe I can offer one-on-ones with that because I can give you help with that. I don't know, or I don't know what we'll do because I'm not a life coach yet, but there's something to it. And I'm telling you right now, I cracked a code there and it's got me to another level in life. And anyone you meet that gets to a high level of success, they will tell you these same things, that your subconscious mind has a big reason of why you're not where you want to be in life. And you can't really talk to it. So it's the most frustrating thing in the world. I was stuck in a mental block for 7, 8 years. I'm telling you right now, was unable to do the things I wanted to do. It was tough. Anyway, I'm done preaching. but I like to bring a little bit of who I am and my life into the session every day because that's about mindset. Trading is mindset. I don't care what anyone says. It's really not off topic because trading is mindset. If you don't have the right mindset, you will not be able to take advantage of the trades that are right in front of you because you just won't see it as clean as you need to see it. All right. Now, again, Bitcoin in a diamond on the 15-minute. What do diamonds do? Diamonds break to the downside. Okay? Look at the diamond breaking down as suggested. I called this diamond out. Did I not? To my trading crew. Did I not? And I've been shorting the market and calling this short since freaking last night. Amen to my lifers. We are spot on yet again not because we're predicting, not because we're smart, not because we're geniuses, because we're playing the TA the way the TA is supposed to be played. We did not break previous resistance and we're rolling over. Okay? Like, look at this. This is a diamond. Diamonds break to the downside 68% of the time. I've been up since 4 a.m. I put my life into this. Everyone wants to be amazing. Everyone wants the accolades. Everyone wants the love. But nobody wants to put in the work, man. I talk about the little red hen all the time. She put in the work, right? She grinded. And then when she cooked all the bread, everyone's like, can I get a piece? I want a piece of that bread. It smells so good. And she's like, but you did nothing. Like, I asked you to grind with me. You wouldn't grind. I asked you to carry the wheat. You wouldn't do it. I asked you to preheat the oven. You couldn't even do that for me. You couldn't even preheat the oven while I was preparing the pan. You know what I'm saying? And now you want a piece of the bread, but you don't want to do the work, you know? So look, here's a level of support and resistance that may hold. It's not all doom and gloom. There may be a level to hold, but this is what's called a diamond pattern. Now, let me teach you the diamond, the bearish diamond. I love these teaching moments. It's the greatest time on earth to be able to be here and show you guys these things and show you them live, because that's why I go live every day, because we find things together. Like I was walking home from walking my daughter to school this morning, and I'm sitting there and I'm like, what are we going to find today on the live? And I got excited. I was like, dude, my live is like a little journey. A mini journey, you know, and you never really know where you're going to go or what's going to happen. So look, there's the diamond right there. See the diamond? It's a bearish topping pattern. Okay. Looks very similar to what I saw here for Bitcoin. Look at this, was somewhat a diamond too that played out. It's an ugly one. This one was far more obvious to me. And again, a lot of traders saw the diamond and we broke to the downside. Okay. I mostly traded during the week and almost never on the weekends. However, 2 weekends ago, I traded Thursday to Monday through the entire weekend. I'm there when the market's there. Stay in the know. Shout out to David Brumbley Jr. I love your style, David. Right when you came in at the beginning of the live, man. Shout out to you. I'm in a 50x leverage short. Thanks, Sam. Shout out to Conswork. My man. Getting paid, baby. Getting paid. Do diamonds patterns have measured moves? Who is Elon? Oh, guys. Come on. Don't even bring it up, man. Don't give them the fire. Don't give them the fire. It seems like everybody in here wants to do the work except me. I just downloaded Discord and tried to figure that out. I'm like a caveman when it comes to tech. You'll get it, man. Just take it easy. Believe in God, and God will take you there. You think God wants you to live in ignorance and doubt and fear? No. So that's why I find people that believe in God do better in the Discord. I'm not trying to push God on anybody, but I do find people that believe in God. Because people that believe in God believe anything is possible. And so they're like, oh, Discord, God will help me figure that out. Like, I'll figure it out. I'll get there. I'm telling you right now, God helped me get my channel where it is. And I hate to be religious, and I never was fully religious, but things happened to me as this channel progressed, and it brought me closer to God. And I realized, man, I mean, with the pandemic, my life got ripped apart, and I stayed the course. So shout out to each and every one of you up at 4 a.m. And that's, I love it when it pays off, and the short pays off, and we get paid. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I love you. I love you all for supporting me and for being here. BNB to the high right now. If he made you, he can guide you. If you think you evolved, nothing matters. Bearish. I still even believe that we evolved through the way he made us. So like through evolution, did God work, right? Like there can be a bit of both worlds here. Things are going south now. Thanks for the TA. Also here, look at the S&P. The S&P is in a rising wedge that breaks down 68% of the time. Look at my lines here. The RSI was high. It's a simple game, everybody. You set your support and resistance, and when the RSI when the RSI rolls over and you don't make a previous high, you're done. You're cooked. You're short the sucker. I've been saying it every day on my channel, day in and day out. It's the simplest way to look at the market. It's the simplest way to view the market. If you're new, if you're struggling, if you're having a hard time, I'm going to guide you. I'm going to get you where you need to be. Trust me. Every single day I do this. And you know what? You don't even have to trust me. Show up every day to this live. You're going to see me call a short. You're going to see the market dump. You're going to see me call a long. You're going to see the market long. You're going to see, and every once in a while I was wrong last night. But even last night, yesterday in the live, someone was like, oh, you're not bringing up your Bitcoin chart now. I was like, it's probably a fake out. And I still see more downside. Also, the 4-hour chart is your guide. The 4-hour chart is your guide. This is kind of rolling over here. I mean, it looks like it could roll over. But I mean, we had the S&P in a rising wedge as the markets. I woke up this morning, S&P was in a rising wedge. Did not look good. Did not look good. And I said to everybody, this is not like, it's highly likely we're going to the downside. Look at this. This is what you got in my trading group. 8:51 a.m. All right, what time is it now? What time is it now? 10:31. So 2 hours ago, S&P, which is much more correlated to Bitcoin and wants to dump rising wedge, 68% our shorts play out. Shorts are a higher probability. Do you see what I'm teaching you? How to use the multiple assets to create confluence and to add to the probability of your trading idea. And then I post this, the S&P here. The market hasn't even opened, and I'm telling you, likely for a dumpage. Now we're here 2 hours later. What do we see? A dumpage in the S&P. Okay? This stuff is not rocket science. You need to remove your emotions, and you need to get educated. There is a way to do this, and there's a way to do it properly. I can show you the way. I can guide you. I can help you. You must let me help you, though. And you must meet me halfway, and you must put in the work. It's funny, the Dow looked like it was going to pop because the Dow was low on the 1 hour. And lo and behold, the Dow was green, 17%. Stochastics don't lie. I thought it was interesting because I was like, wow, the Dow wants to pop, but the S&P doesn't. Then I said, well, the S&P is more correlated than the Dow is. However, we are seeing some red here on the Dow as it's getting rejected by that previous spot here. 15-minute was probably high. It was, see? Look at the shoulder, head, and the shoulder. You can even see a head and shoulder on the stochastics. And I'm telling you right now, pattern trading, Peter said that, you know the people who say that pattern trading doesn't work? You know what they are? They're broke, man. They're broke, okay? They're people who like to trade leverage on a whim. I don't do that. That's not my plan. That's not my idea. That's not what I'm trying to do, okay? I'm trying to make sound decisions based on educated moves. And there's your bounce. Why? You're double bottoming on the 15-minute. You're double bottoming on the 15-minute. What do you want to see now? You want to see a bearish retest of this trend line here. You want to see us try to get back into the pattern, and you want to see a bearish retest and continuation to the downside. Okay, continuation to the downside. But right there, beautiful diamond to the downside. Called it. We could have a double bottom here. Anything is possible. Also, we're in a bigger rising wedge. Remember that. And yeah, now we might see a double bottom bounce here. To see what's happening, you got to look at a smaller time frame. All right. So the diamond broke to the downside. I can delete it, right, everybody? I can delete it. It happened. It is what it is. Or I can I can make it again if I so choose. You know, I'll go to another chart. Now I'm going to go to a new chart, and I'm going to show you how to break down Bitcoin live. This is what you don't see. All the other traders have their charts set up already, and they're like, I got this here, that here. I'm going to show you how to set up your chart live right now, okay? Right now, all right? I'm going to blow your minds. Let's look at USD Tether on FTX. Nice exchange in America. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at like a weekly chart here. We're going to look at the big boy chart. And we showed you that we broke weekly support. And once we did that, I mean, if you didn't believe that 18K, 20K, 20K, anything, I got to go to a bigger bet. Hold on. BTC USD all-time index. So here we are at the weekly chart. So here's our weekly chart. And, when falling wedges break to the downside, you take the measured move of this falling wedge here, which we already did. You take this straight edge area. I have it slanted once you get where you're at, and then you slant it to move. But you take this area here. This is what's called a measured move, everybody. If you're new to the channel, if you're new to trading, this is what's called the measured move. The measured move is to horribly to $3,800. I'm not saying we're going to 3,800. I'm just showing you the measured move is 3,800 bucks. If the world goes into a black swan event and we see a multiple breakdown of the Dow, if they keep pushing up the interest rate, they will crash the stock market to zero. Not to zero, but pretty hard. And I'm telling you that I think it's possible we could see a $3,800 Bitcoin. I don't know. I'm open-minded to believe that I don't know where Bitcoin could go. See, the problem with most people is they go, no, there could never be a $3,800 Bitcoin. The second you do that, you're telling yourself you know where the price would go, technically. You're not saying it in your mind, but you're saying, oh, we couldn't go to... So if you can't have a 38, then you're telling yourself that there's just no chance it could happen. Now you're not going to be protected if it does. So my whole thing is this. You better believe that anything is possible in this world. You better believe it. Because I'll tell you what, you'll be far better. It's like a soldier in war. You got to believe a guy could come from the side and stab you in the side. A guy could come from the back, a bullet, any. You got to believe all the different ways you could die could happen to you. That way you can actually be prepared for it. You can't be like, I'm not going to get hit with that. It's only going to happen over on this side. It's only going to happen over here. I'm only going to get shot on the left side of my body. I'm never going to get shot on the right side. It's like Bitcoin's only going to go to 10K. It can't go to 3,800. I mean, I'm on the camp, which I believe it's highly unlikely. But at the same time, I'm not going to put my pants on it and say it's guaranteed. Because I might be pantless. And I want to have some pants on when I go outside. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm staking those sats through mining, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to all my moderators. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. I know one of you out there has been watching the channel. You're about to jump in the Discord. You're about to make this 451 people in the trading group. I know you want it. I know you want it. And you're like, 99. I'm like, yeah, let me tell you why. Because we have a weekly screen share, a private one today. And it goes for 2 hours. And you get that once a week. So you get 8 hours of private sessions with me. That's people are paying $300 an hour. So I'm just saying. So you get 8 hours. I've been trading for 15 years. I've been putting in 2 hours every single day. So the Discord alone, those weekly screen shares, I think are worth $99 a month by themselves. On top of that, you get everything I'm doing in the trading group. You get a learning library. You get access to my elite lifers. You get access to all the beautiful people that I've attracted into my life that are positive, awesome, and really want to change their lives. They're going to give you tips and tricks of how to do the things the best way possible. We just have such an amazing group of people. We have an exchange. People aren't taking care of these alerts. Look, AlertBot, it's showing me when a new coin hits an exchange, right? And so I search here for KuCoin all day long, and you want to see anything. We got something new on Binance, Kraken, Bitmart. Look, Port PC has been listed on Binance US, so a new coin on Binance US, okay? And I scan this every couple of days, every day. Look, KuCoin, Mbox will now be listed on KuCoin. That just happened at 3:51 a.m. 2 days ago, So, and Flow is now on Coinbase Pro. And you can see, when a coin gets added to a new exchange, it gives it more liquidity. It gives it more ability to pump, right? And then we have the Coinbase crashes, you know what I'm saying? USDD is now listed on KuCoin. Interesting. As they kind of probably wanted to get rid of T, probably. But anyway. So this level must hold. If this level begins to break, that's going to be it for us. That's going to be when we know it's really, it's getting really ugly. When this level breaks and we crack through the 200-day moving average, we get below it and then we bounce into it and we use that as, that's, for me, when I'll fully concede. I'm still, there's still hope because I'm open-minded. But I'm just saying, Bitcoin will never go that low again. So be it, say the Lord. Back slow on the Stokes in the 1 hour and the 4 hour. It might be for the day 2 gains on this one. Did decent on yesterday. Yeah, thank you for saying that. We've been trading backs, BAB, for a couple days now. It's been giving us some gains. Thank you for putting that on the radar. I'm going to look at it. Jump on in, everybody. The Discord is where the profitable traders are born. See? Bitcoin goes to 3,000. I will have 250 Bitcoin at the end of the day. That's what I'm saying, dude. I love what you just said. You'll be one of the biggest. You'll have more Bitcoin than you ever thought. Everything is possible. Imagine you bought Bitcoin at $1 and someone told you it'll go to 65,000, right? You would never believe it either. I'll start buying at 12K, said the Alchemist. I'll sell my mom's house for 3,800 Bitcoins. There you go, buddy. Burn it all to ash, man. Short position now is very good. Where can I find the Stoke RSI in Binance? Just type in RSI and it should come up. Every person in the 99 Lifer Trading Group has felt like you. Ask questions. Don't be shy. Everyone in the trading family wants to help. Hope that helps you. Without God, evolution, I love that. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Can I get the likes up to the watches? We're getting lack of likes today. 500 people on the live stream. 285 likes. Usually we got more likes than the like. Come on, baby. We had 680 likes yesterday. But again, I don't even want to talk about the likes. I know you guys will do it. I won't mention it again. Let's keep it moving. So this is the level to watch right here for Bitcoin. Like, we break 29K. We start slipping, baby. And these last few wicks are our last range, 28,700. And why? Let me delete this because this is getting kind of chunky. But why? Because this is a falling wedge. When falling wedges break down, they break down bad news. I'm telling you. They break down, and they break down fast. It's like a straight line to the downside. Okay? So just be careful. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little big today. I feel like I don't need to be that big. And I'm covering price action. Let me slide right back into my pocket so you guys can see price. I like when you guys can see the ticker right over here. Over here. Right there. I like when you guys can see that ticker. Anyway. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Thank you for being here. Okay. I'm in the same boat. I'm down big, stupid Luna. But I'm adding to the trading bag every week instead of DCing into the holdings. Adds up quick. Even 100 does a lot. Scotty Swing, man, I'm so sorry about the Luna bang out. I luckily sidestepped it. Did not have a penny in Luna or a penny in... But I'm telling you, I was saying I was about to put 100 grand in, or 50 grand. Between 50 and 100, I was going to put in for that 20% on Anchor. I was like, why not? I mean, what's the big deal? Stablecoin, you know? Thank God I did not. I mean, we did wick back and we got back into the channel. It's kind of good, and we are oversold in the weekly. I have been saying that we are oversold in the big time frames and we're likely for a bounce. I keep saying that. But now the daily is creeping in to be overbought, and we're making a bit of a bear flag. We have double bottom there. You could say double bottom. But to me, it's also a bit of a bear flag, you know, and it's very bearish. It's like a descending triangle there. You see that? Those are bearish to me. And then the leg down is 18K, right? Maybe this one's less. Yeah, 18,700. Just a measured move. So, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bear news. See that? Ha ha ha. The bearer of bad news. I'm not trying to be the bearer of bear news. I'm just someone that's trying to show you what I see happening. Okay? So you can take the proper precautions. And there's high probability of these things happening. Let me give you the bullish case. The bullish case, there's still momentum left on this daily stochastic. And we could boom on out. And that's why it's all about support and resistance. And that's what takes me back to my fun, messy Binance chart. Fun. Bulls, show me that you get to this measured move and you break out of this. But you just dumped. You just dumped 29,800 to the downside. So, and we called out the dump at the beginning of the channel. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. If you hit the like button, you help more people find out and not get wrecked, everyone. A lot of people are getting wrecked in this market because they don't know how to use technical analysis. This is also an M pattern. We predicted that projected there would be an M, and the M would break down. You also made a higher low. You made a lower low. You have to assume you're going to make a lower high than here, which you did now. Now downtrend, make a lower low. So we should be coming down to make a lower low. I have so much trouble finding support and resistance levels. How do you figure that out? It's so simple to me. That got stuff like I see it immediately. I'll show you. You know what? I'm going to spend 5 minutes on support and resistance in a little while, towards the end. I'm going to do like a 10-minute tutoring for you, just for you. So stay tuned, okay? I never use Stokes. What Stokes is Bitcoin correlated to? MetaMask / DeFi for beginners. MetaMask class the first Friday of each month, 1 p.m. Pay, yeah, you can see, and it's in the Discord. You can pay with crypto as well. No other MetaMask course out there covers what the Lifer teaches. Over 500 watches. Congrats, Lifer. You are the best. Shout out to Sneaky Pete. Vaporizer, you're the man, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here on the live. I appreciate you all, and I love you all. Love is the strongest frequency. Remember that. I bring it up a lot. I know it's annoying to some people. But look, here the short keeps going, and once we break this level, we're coming back down here to 29,300, and we're breaking. The short is getting us paid, baby. The short is getting us paid. Shout out to anyone that jumped in the short with me this morning. It was beautiful. There was a beautiful short. And there we have it, to the downside, baby, to the downside. Never been so excited about a short, but it is what it is. And you know what? Don't listen to people that tell you that you're panic selling when you're saving money. This downside could get worse. Don't panic sell, okay? I mean, don't listen to other people that tell you, like, if you feel that the market's going down and your analysis comes through and you feel, hey, my whole thing is this. Market pumps up. It always pumps up and comes back to some type of resistance. So if you did sell a lot of positions here at this area because you're feeling this bearish tones, okay, you did that. And then we pump up. Fine, you missed this move here. Then it comes back down. We find some resistance. You decide to get back in. Okay? And then you cut. Fine, so you missed this area. Now, I'd rather miss this pump area here then this down. So I think it's a smart idea to take advantage and take some positions off the table. If you're still up, some people are still up because they bought in 2020. So you do whatever makes you happy. I can't tell you what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I still think this is a buying opportunity if you haven't gotten into the market. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but for me, if I hadn't gotten into the market right now, this would be a buying opportunity slowly. Maybe not right now, but this is where it begins. This is the area where I want to start learning. This is where I would join a trading group, begin to learn, begin to educate, begin to get my plan going. So 2 months from now, I'd actually know what was going on, and then when I began my plan, and then as the market starts to rip back in October, November, and the low prices come in, and then I'd be able to really take advantage of that bear market and become a bear market billionaire. You know what I'm saying? As they say, sell in February. Don't be in a mortuary. They don't say that. I know, right? Thoughts on recession talk and what effect would it have on Bitcoin? I mean, we're obviously in a recession already. We've been in a recession since they started printing the money. They created a recession when they printed money. It's simple to me. Study Mike Maloney. Watch The Hidden Secrets of Money. Watch the documentary Money Masters, everybody. Got a lot of people here tonight. So watch Money Masters. I will teach you about the hidden secrets of money. I won't just teach you about cryptocurrency. See, there's a lot of guys out here that are just crypto nerds teaching you the technical charts. I got the technicals down, but I got the fundamentals down too. And I started buying gold and silver 2010, 2011. I was procuring gold. I was already stacking, value that they weren't printing to zero. I decided to get out of fiat as fast as I could. Then I equated Bitcoin to gold and silver and realized, interesting. Studied the monetary system. Studied the history of money from the first coin in Egypt all the way to where we are now and saw that human beings always want to go after a scarce asset. Look at this, everybody. You had a shoulder. You had a head. You had a right shoulder. It was all there for you. It was all there for you for the dump to the downside. It was all there for you. Now you're at support. You break that, you're coming down to the next support zone at 29,300. Trying to hold the zone, but I believe we break down. I humbly believe we break down. Based on the trajectory, the chart conveys that we break down. Forget what I believe. The chart conveys. Look what I just saw this. Never thought about this before, but look, shoulder, head, that was a tiny right shoulder. We would dump the length of the neckline to the head. Bang, measured move of the length, and that's where we went right there, matching up. Pretty crazy. So same thing kind of going down here to the downside. This also was the diamond pattern that we went over. I also saw a bit of a fractal. Okay? So this one was one of the easiest shorts for me to read that I ever played. Very simple and easy for me to figure out based on what I saw. I saw an M pattern's bearish. Not getting above resistance, bearish. Rolling over on the stochastics RSI, bearish. Okay? What else? The head and shoulder, bearish. And you couldn't get above resistance numerous times, and you had a rising wedge to me, and you were at the top of a resistance point. Like, you weren't down here on up, down, down. So, I mean, to me, it was obvious. Yeah, good DA, Pete's good luck. Do you use the wicks on the diamonds? I don't use wicks for any type of pattern that I draw. I don't use wicks for any pattern that I draw because wicks are when they break the pattern, push people up out of the pattern. You do not want wicks for any type of patterns that you draw at all, okay? Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. We will probably go to 12 o'clock today because I believe Bitcoin's doing something different. I should have gone to VCoin. I should be in Minneapolis or Minnesota right now at VCon, hanging out. Probably not that hard to get to. No wicks. Thank you. Anytime, my friend. Anytime. And remember, I'm going to answer that other person's question. They asked about support and resistance. We're going to do a support and resistance boot camp sometime during this live stream, so stay tuned for that as well. Everybody, please send in a super chat if you want to go over a coin, talk about a project, and go over something. It helps out the stream. It keeps me excited, keeps me going. I see a $219 super chat. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the support. Let me take a look at what you're saying there. Sneaky Pete. Oh, yeah, that was Sneaky Pete. I love you, Sneaky Pete. You're the man, dude. Let's just replay that for you real quick. You're the man, Sneaky Pete. We love you, bro. Ever since you showed up, man, life has been better. Life has been better. Thank you. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. And thank you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I'm going to give you the market's most accurate trader when it comes to Bitcoin every single day. And here's the short continuing. As I told you, when we broke that level, we would head even lower to the downside. Shout out to everybody in the shorts with me. Appreciate it. And I'm up about 5-6% already, banging on to the downside. Let me show you the short that we played. I went over this yesterday too, and even having everybody prepared for it. is not a cup and handle on Bitcoin on the 1 hour. A massive red candle is really never in a cup and handle. So you could say this is the cup. There's your handle. Yes, but look, even the handle broke. So you could have said that. Here's the cup and there's the handle, but the handle broke. The handle cleanly broke to the downside. Cleanly. Okay? You have to remember that weekly support I just showed you that's breaking. Don't forget these bigger time frames in your head. When you're looking at little time frames, I'm going to play a little swing on the 4 hour. Don't forget that you could get pounded. Look where you're at, that you got to zoom out and see support and resistance. You got to zoom out and look at support and resistance. You must. So there's the miracle toss that we could bounce here to the upside. It's possible at 29,500. And the level to watch now for a bounce for Bitcoin is right here. Because look, resistance. We should get a bounce here. Considering we're getting it oversold in the 1 hour and the 15-minute, we should get a bounce here. All right. But we did it again. Shout out to the lifers. We accurately predicted where Bitcoin was going to go, and we nailed it. Funny, some guy said Frankie Candle sent him over. He wanted to see what was up. I said, get ready. Get your boots on. I said, get ready to get blown away. And I mean, if you weren't blown away by this, if you didn't see the live action right here, okay? And again, I got a bunch of shorts open. Here's just one of them. Only because the 3S, they only let me put $1,000 in. So I put 960 in here. So I just want to prove to you that I am up in a short. Not a lot of money, but I put like a bunch more in another short on BTC.D. But I can't be in BTC.D because I need a I like when I'm on BTC.D, I like to trade VPN style because I don't have API right now. So because of that, I can't show the trade. Anyway, but I do put my money where my mouth is. I put way more money than 950, so I just want to make it clear. 29,500 with the short to the downside. That's how we made money today, baby. Short in the market. Who's shorting with me in the trading group? And if you're new and you don't know how to short and you're like, oh my God, I'm so behind. I'm in the trading group and they're so advanced. Don't worry. Don't worry. Within a month, you're going to be short in the market too. John, what is that? Who is shorting? Who is shorting with us, baby? Another day, we nailed the market. I'll start the party. DECENTRAWORLD, multi-chain privacy token. Remember when you were like the breadwinner, man? You used to, oh my gosh, so funny. I had to tell you, man, at one point I was like, all right, you've given enough. And look at that. We broke that level of support and we're coming to the next level. So sweetly simple. What a great trade. Bang, bang, bang. And you just trade it the way you see it. Trade the Stokes the way you're supposed to trade the Stokes. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. That's actually a nice trade. Very low in the 15-minute. Highly likely we get a bounce. But that short is just, ooh. Ooh-wee, ooh. And you're at resistance now. You're likely to head down to the bottom of the pattern. Down here, see? Up, down, here. And make a lower low. You must assume once you made that lower high that you were going to make a lower low in this vicinity. Yes, we'll bounce. It will do something, but eventually, highly likely, in the daily and the 4 hour want to roll over on you. I mean, the 4 hours rolling over. There you go. Bearish engulfing candle. You can now stick this candle and every single candle inside of it. Bearish engulfing candle, basically, or at least these. It's a bearish engulfing candle. When you can stick the last 3 or 4 candles inside of Bitcoin, bang, bang, bang. I hate to be right about a short. It's not that fun, but it is what it is, right? Now, I believe we'll get a bounce here off this area, and good time to close the short, 29,005 area, right? I just raised my stop loss. Right now, I'm up 7%. So I just raised my stop loss. Let me show you. I'm on KuCoin right now. And I hit stop loss, right? And I just raised my stop loss to 7% gains. See this? And I hit save change. That's exactly what I do. You do whatever makes you happy. I keep it real simple. Now I'm guaranteed to make money. I locked in 7%. And I tell you, if you can make 3% a day, you can turn $100 into $100,000. Like not too fast. Not like in less than a year. Pretty crazy. So shout out to each and everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. So I just, I'm willing to believe that my short may get stopped out here, and that's okay. I can re-enter the short for more gains after at another position, at another support zone. You can also put it at break even and just continue to ride. It is what it is. I like to get my money because you never know. They could be leverage trading and they could suck this right back up. I've seen them do insane things. I take my money when I get it. I like to pay myself daily. So pay yourself, everybody. Do the right thing. And that would have been a way bigger trade, everybody. I usually put $10,000 to $15,000 in these trades. But KuCoin would not let me. So there you go. Okay. And let's take a look at the Dow now that is dumping red, and things are just following suit. S&P really is taking the cake, though. I mean, look at it. We had you at hello, baby. This was so obvious to me this was going to happen. This lets me know I'm maturing as a trader because, like, my emotions have no place in my decisions. I see a shape. I'm like, that shape breaks down 68. Let me take it. And I take it. And you know what? I'm right. Like, I feel like I'm right like 80 to 90% of the time. I feel like it's more than 68%. I feel like these shapes break down more than that. I feel like they only break up 10% of the time. They break down way more than that. But I was taught 68. I feel like in my mind, it's way more than that. It's way more than that. Let's take a look at the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. We showed you we're in the zone here. We showed you that the 4-hour was getting overbought. Right? Look, bulls must break out of this. Same idea here. Bulls must break out of this to the upside. That's it. We did not. We're coming down here. 4 hours rolling over to the downside. If this breaks down, if a falling wedge breaks down, it's telling you it's bad news. I'm not trying to scare people. I play the TA the way it's supposed to be played, and the TA's telling me we're going to get some more downside. All right? So, again, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. Socrates, that's it. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. That's all I know. I know nothing else. And it is what it is. Interesting enough, the dollar's been dumping now. On top of all this, the dollar dumps. But look at the little green candle on the dollar. The dollar is oversold now and it's trying to make its way back up. What a strange pattern. What a very strange pattern. This green line, what is this green line? I like to use zones as my support and resistance. We go to the 2-week chart here. You can see that the zone, let me pull it all the way. You can see this zone has been respected since 1999. Look at that. And right here, this has been resistance since 1989. I can't believe we're saying this. We're going back in the past here for the zonage, and we're here again. We've revisited 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Right there, we try to get in again. Right there, we almost try to get in. When did we fly to the upside? 01, okay? In 2001, right? The dot-com bubble, all right? In 1999, 01, and then look, the crash. The dot-com bubble crashed, the dollar crashed, everything crashed. Interesting enough, Bitcoin's kind of making this pattern, isn't it? Just want to point this out. I'm going to take a fractal of this for a second. Now, as I short Bitcoin, don't get me wrong. I buy Bitcoin almost every other day. I love the low prices. It's Bitcoin, Bitcoin, Bitcoin. All right? So don't think I'm actually a Bitcoin maxi, and I love buying lots of Bitcoin. All right? So I just want to make that very clear. Okay. See, that pattern looked a lot like I think they're too big layered and like they won't layer. Yeah, that happens sometimes. I'm pulling it from like too big of a time frame and trying to layer it on a smaller one. And this is it here, but like you'll never really see it. Whatever. I think this is kind of, see this? It's looking a little bit like the Dow right here. And it did break up even though it was a bear flag. Like I would, it's actually a symmetrical triangle. So that's why you got to play it exactly how it's supposed to be played. This is a symmetrical triangle with a 50% chance of a break up or break down, depending. Okay, it hit the exact measured move, which was the length of this to that. Isn't that crazy how the TA, even on the Dow Jones Industrial, everything I teach you, you can trade anything in the world. In the dollar index, sorry, not the Dow. Anything in the world you can trade. So let's zoom in now here. So the 2-week chart is extremely overbought, and it's telling us this is going to dump. Now, we could play out and go sideways for a few more weeks, and we could even get one more spurt up, and the Bitcoin could dump down to that 18K. But it says that we're closer to the bottom than the top, I'll tell you that. And that eventually, when the dollar starts to make its move down, it's going to be a nice move down. Here it started in January of 2017, and it moved down for a whole year. You see that? That's a year on the 2-week. Here it started to move down on April 2020, and it kept going all the way down until August of 2021. That's a year and a few months, right? So here we go, and we should have a Bitcoin rally like you wouldn't believe at the end of 2022 or during 2022, just because every time we got this high on the 2-week chart, Bitcoin rally, Bitcoin rally, Bitcoin rally. So I'm just going over the facts here, even though they don't really fit with the narrative that all the other YouTubers and everyone else is saying. They don't even really fit my narrative. You know what I'm saying? But the technical analysis is telling us. So what I want you to realize too is sometimes I'm going to show you things that even I may not really even fully believe or cater to, but I'm going to reveal TA to you, and you can use that TA to your advantage. How, for instance, I revealed exactly where to sell the top of this market. I did. I made a video in the past about where to sell the market using the pi cycle chart, pi cycle indicator on a logarithmic chart on the weekly. If you want to stay tuned for that, I'll also show you that. That'll blow your mind because that played out exactly as it was supposed to. Exactly as it was supposed to. Everybody, we have 587 people on the live, 382 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? Also, we used to have a small, intimate group of people here, 300 people on the live. We used to get like $200-$300 in super chats. It was insane. Now that we've grown, it's funny. But again, I don't even care about the money. I'll be honest. I'm happy. I'm in a good place in life. I want to help you get where you need to be. That's what I'm talking about. I want to help you find your way. I want to help you figure out. I'm going to give you education. I'm going to provide, just like a college provides a college course. You pay $1,500, you get a course. Mine's $1,200 for the year, which I think is amazing because you learn more and you can earn. The potential of earnings is way more than a college degree, in my humble opinion. I earned so much more off cryptocurrency than I did off my college degree in a shorter amount of time too as well. Remember that. So this channel is for life-changing people who want to change their lives and really, really do something different. And we do it here on the channel every single day. We don't just say we're going to do it. We don't just like talk about it. We do it live. We hands-on. My wrist hurts. I use this mouse so much, and we have fun doing it. Believe me, I love doing this. This is a blessing that I get to do this every single day. A blessing. Thank the heavens, thank the Lord that I get to play with the technical analysis every single day. And thank God I'm somewhat accurate so that people can actually benefit from the technical analysis. Okay? Right? Not everybody has a lot of money. Some people only have $900 to trade. Say you traded $900 today. You'd be up $80. I mean, and if you only had $900, $80 would be a lot of money. And right now that trade, that short for Bitcoin's up 8.5% with the stop loss at 7. What do I do now? Look, I'm chintzy, man. I go to edit, and this is how easy 3 commas is, and I swing this to 8%. Look at this. 8 now is on my stop loss. Now I can gain 8% guaranteed. Guaranteed. You see that? And that's how I keep it positive. Now I'm in for 8%. Now I'm getting them. They're not getting me. I'm going to leave with money out of this trade no matter what. I'm going to leave with money out of this trade no matter what. You see what I'm saying? Does not matter. I'm going to leave with that paper, baby. Baby, baby. Okay. So I told you I'd go over some support and resistance lines. That's things that I want to do. All right. How do you set support and resistance? The first thing you want to do is you want to set big boy support and resistance. And what's kind of cool is you can color code it or you can label them. I have a whole label system. You hit the settings button here, you hit template, and you can hit weekly support. All right. When you're on the weekly chart or 2 week if you'd like, you know. And maybe it does it somewhere else. Wait, price label, right? Text. Weekly support. It's not letting me hit it or weekly support. There you go. Oh, remember? Yeah. And so look, see how that says weekly support right there? And now we have a little bit of weekly support here because we had those wicks, see? And that's why we wick down and we wick back up. So that's support and resistance, my man. Going on here too, look. You mark a line here and here. Now, it gets a little more complicated when you zoom in, but now let's zoom into like the daily chart. And now look, we see that we couldn't get it there, we couldn't get there, we couldn't get there. I mean, easy resistance line, right? And you can see uncannily that we bounced off it right there. Sometimes it's not just an actual area where you can draw a line, it's a zone. And that's why I use these bars, and I bar it out. And I make my zones of support and resistance. And then what you can do is you can hit Control-C, Control-V, grab another one, put it here at this next zone. Control-Z, Control-V, grab another one, put it at the next zone. You see that? And that's support and resistance, man. Don't overthink it. That's the problem. It's not as complicated as you think it needs to be. Wow, and that short just keeps going now, up 9% now, and now look you do. As a smart trader, you go to the edit button, and now I swing for 9%. You get it? I just keep taking what's mine, baby. Save changes. See how 3 commas makes this really easy? 3 commas, I have a link in the description below to 3 commas. I'm an affiliate to them. Please use those links. If you pay for the year, you get a 55% discount. You don't get that anywhere else. Use my link in the description below. You're going to absolutely love it. And if my admins can grab it and post it into the comment section just to keep it privy and ready for everybody, jump on into that. That'll blow your mind. And see how we just keep taking gains. We just keep taking gains. 600 people on the live stream, everybody. Let's get those likes up to the watchers. And I will greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love. Shout out to the $27 super chat that just came on in. And we're going to get into all super chats in a second. It's only 11:05. We have a lot of time here. We have a lot of time. All right? We have a lot of time. So that's support and resistance. I hope I helped you out. Someone asked about it earlier. Kind of wanted to give him a little tutorial there so he would feel comfortable. Okay? So we talked about the Dow Jones. The Dow is very low on the daily. To me, it has to bounce at one point. It has to. It's oversold in the daily. But I mean, and it's getting oversold in the 4-hour. And the 1-hour wants to bounce. The Dow Jones the Dow Jones is conveying through technical analysis that it wants to do a double bottom right here and break back up to the upside. I'm predicting a bounce for the Dow based on the 1-hour, the 4-hour, and the daily stochastics RSI. I'm projecting that the Dow will bounce to the upside. However, if the Dow breaks this level here at 30,900, it will go down to 30,005, and it breaks 30,005, the next big level. All right? And I'll show you why, because I got it mapped out. And this is support and resistance as well. But your next major support and resistance level, see right here, because you bounced off that right there. So that's your level here, 30,589. And then right here, where you kind of double bottomed here at 30,047. And it's funny how Bitcoin and the Dow both hanging around 30K, right? The Dow doing a little bit better today. Shout out to each and every one of you on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. My name is Samuel James Price, the Crypto Lifer. I've been trading for 15 years. Started dabbling with my phone for 5. Didn't really know what I was doing. Then I found about what the history of money was. I learned about the housing market crisis through Peter Schiff. He taught me about buying gold and silver. He predicted the housing crisis. I watched him on YouTube tell me that we were going to have a meltdown. Nobody else knew it. The meltdown occurred. I began buying gold and silver because of that. I then learned about Bitcoin because it looked a lot like gold and silver. So that's who I am. If you want to know, you're new to the channel, you have no clue who this guy is. What is he doing with his pocket square? Who does he think he is? Dressing nice. Why do I dress nice? My grandfather was a bricklayer. My dad told me he worked 7 days a week. I met him when I was young. He died when I was about 6, 7 years old. He would wear a suit and tie to work as a bricklayer. No lie. I know you don't believe me, but he did. Because he would go to suit and tie. He'd take his tie off. I guess he'd fold it, like put it somewhere. He'd take his suit jacket off, put it nicely in like the little workstation or whatever. He'd roll his sleeves up. He'd work in his slacks. Because as a bricklayer, he'd put on some knee pads and he'd work in his slacks. And he'd go home on the train, put his suit, put his hat on, and he'd look like, because he didn't want to look like a bum when he traveled through the city. And my last name is Price, and I think I'm a lot like my grandfather. And so I have this feeling of pride to myself, and looking nice is part of my pride, and so that's why I dress nice. Enough about me. Shout out to each and every one of you. But I just wanted to give you a little backstory. There's a lot of people here on the channel today. We go over the dollar index. What do we see happening for that? I mean, let me recreate this chart here for a second. I showed you we have major resistance from 1989, which is absolutely absurd. Also on this channel, you're going to see the weekly chart. You're going to see sometimes the 30-second chart. You're going to see every single time frame imaginable. Okay? Mostly, you're going to see the weekly, the daily, the 4-hour, the 1-hour. I like to swing trade the 1-hour mostly. Okay? Mostly. Yeah, now the trade's up 9.5% and holding. And I guarantee that 9%. Just keep getting chintzy with it. Look, and I'm about to get stopped out. And that's fine. That's okay. I made a good trade. I took advantage of the short. I can live to fight another day, and I didn't get banged out to the downside by holding a bag. Holding bags is garbage. You don't want to hold bags. No one needs to hold a bag. I'm telling you. You need technical analysis education, and you want to play with the charts the way the charts... You want to basically trade with the charts. Today I traded with the charts. I'm profitable. If I traded with my emotions, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you might be profitable with your emotions. You never know. But there's no percentage point to that. There's no like, 68% of the time I'm going to hit that. My emotions are going to get me going. It doesn't work like that. So look, the dollar index is flagging here. There's a bit of a downward flag. But again, I have to say that there's a chance this breaks up because it's a falling wedge. It's like a bullish flag and kind of just a more aggressive bullish flag. You're oversold in the daily time frame. And that also coincides with the Bitcoin dumpage. And if you want to get really crazy and Elliott wave it, that's wave 1, 2, and 3. This could be a wave all the way back up here to 108. That would crush Bitcoin's hopes of maintaining 29, 30K area. We would definitely go to the 18,000, 15,000 area. And there, look, they're always grimy. They took I was at 9%, and they took 8.52, and I got stopped out, but I made $80. But it's not even about the money. I made 8.5% on the trade. Okay, and I mean, I made $80 off $800. Like, that's pretty awesome. You see what I'm saying? And that's how you take the trade your way. Okay. All right, let's get into the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. And again, we're battling the zone here. Sorry. We're battling the zone right here. And the resistance that we need to get above, really full blown, is 1.3333. Isn't that crazy? I always hit the 333s. It's like a crazy number that comes up for me all the time. $1.333 trillion. So we don't see us above 1.333. And we could break down. This is a falling wedge that could break to the downside. Kind of a bearish falling wedge back to 1 trillion. At that point, that's our last leg of lamb. Because look, there's a leg there. And see this resistance here? That's why I have that drawn. We break that. We gap down to $842 billion. And like we started a tough bear run. We start a tough bear run, and it can get worse, everybody. It can get worse. So get your short pants on and learn to short the market. If you don't know how to short the market, please join my trading group today. If you have money in the bank and you have some savings and you want to take advantage of this market, jump on into the trading group. We're going to teach you how to short the market immediately. That's the first thing we're going to tackle for you in the first few days so you can kind of learn. And it's honestly not as hard as you think it is with the Boston accent. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on into the live and being a part of the live stream. Okay, so now we've gone over the S&P. We've taken the short. We've taken the trade. Let's take a look at where we may bounce for Bitcoin. Okay, let's take a look at where we may bounce for Bitcoin. Let's get back into my nitty gritty. You can see all that work we do. And this is the work we do to make gains. So my next level of support and resistance on the 4-hour is clearly here. Look, resistance, 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 resistance. You have 4 candles that have resistance there. So you should get a bounce here. Why? Because the 1-hour and the 15-minute are low. It behooved me to now trade Bitcoin leverage up to the upside now. Take that same money and trade back up, opposite, immediately back up. The 7-minute will give me the bounce back up if it's extremely low. However, we must hold this area. If we break this area, we're coming back to the downside. This does suggest a bit of a bounce. Oversold 7-minute, oversold 15, oversold 1 hour. We should be getting a bounce. Do we V-shape recovery back into the pattern? Anything is possible. Because right now, they've got everyone. And this is where it's time for what, everybody? For BOOKMAP. Why is it time for BOOKMAP? Because BOOKMAP's going to show us a little bit of... It's perfectly aligned right now to bring up BOOKMAP. Because we've made our trade. We've done our TA. We have our own analysis. We've got our projection. Okay? V-shape recovery back to the upside for a beautiful gain. Very possible. Based on the stochastics RSI. Okay? Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Hit that like button for me, please. And I would greatly appreciate it. 454 likes on the live. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live. And all the traders fell off because they didn't know how to short the market and they got rocked. We shorted the market. We shorted Luna. We shorted them all. Mana, Luna, Atom, you name it. Ada. I saw people shorting everything in the game in my trading group. Shout out to all the lifers in the trading group on this fantastic Frisky Friday fun, baby. Fantastic Frisky Friday fun. Stay motivated. Stay ready to go. So we got BOOKMAP cooking. Cooking. Good looking, baby. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming. My mom used to say that. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. You guys are unbelievable. Unbelievable. So check it out. Big buy came in right there. This is BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP is showing us where the order book is, where it lies. You can kind of do a sensitivity on it too, and you can change so many parameters to kind of get you focused, get you going, right? I love BOOKMAP. I love the people at BOOKMAP, and I really, really appreciate the affiliation. Reached out and made it happen. So you can see a big sell order there at 29,005. So the whales are trying to push us down. You can see that. Massive sell order for 400 Bitcoin right there at 29,005. Maybe I should have kept my short open. You know what I'm saying? We are getting a bounce here. You do see a big buy, though, at 29,350. You see a lot of buys in this area. But it looks like they're going to trap the price a little bit. We are coming down. The sellers are coming down. We should get to this yellow zone. We should tap this liquidity bar. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, fill him, baby. Fill him. This guy wants to get filled. Fill his order. Come on. Yep. Yeah, he got filled, baby. See? I love watching BOOKMAP. Basically, we just watched that dude get filled. We watched him grab the liquidity. Now, we're going to see the bigger order grab more liquidity. They're going to like, come bring us to daddy. These are people getting liquidated. I just want you to know that. People that are shorting the market or that long the market and have stop losses down here. They thought we were going to go up, and now they're getting stop. The market maker's grabbing the liquidity, grabbing the liquidity, grabbing the liquidity, grabbing the liquidity. He's eating them alive right now. Okay? Look how many Bitcoins are here. 297, 225. Look, we're going to come more. They're going to come here to 29.3. They're going to pull that liquidity down again. Pull it down again, baby. You're going to see, watch. You're going to see it come. Yep, and you're going to see it come. Hit that red bar. Bang! They nailed it again. Liquidating, dude. They're nailing people right now. Longs are getting liquidated. And then, on top of that, if you join my Discord, you're going to see the liquidations. How? Because we have bot action for you. Whale bot wrecked. Now, you flip down to the downside here. And you're going to see, look, Bitcoin liquidated long on Bitcoin, 29.28. Bang. I just told you, look, they're getting liquidated, dude. Liquidated long at 29.298, 200 grand. They're liquidating the longs, baby. So you don't want to be the longs. You want to be the shorts. You want to trade with smart money. Today you traded with smart money. If you traded with a lifer, you institutionally traded. You're looking at order books. You're watching, they're going to come here and they're going to snatch up the 22.2 now. Look, they just keep seeing how many people they can liquidate. This is great. Oh, my gosh. And BOOKMAP's going to have liquidations. I've seen them already. I've sat with the team. I should actually have them, but we have one more, a couple tweaks that we're making to make them extra spicy for you. But they're going to show you all the people that got liquidated. Isn't that going to be amazing? BOOKMAP is awesome. It's going to really, really show you. Look, they're stacking the orders right here. You can see that they're going to buy more. They're going to buy more. Just in case. They're like, can we get some more at 29,200? See how I'm putting all this data together to see the market. I have a link to BOOKMAP that you can't get anywhere else, everybody. It gives you a discount that you can't get anywhere else. The people treat me very, very good there. They love me. So I would definitely use that link if you were going to ever want to use this. And look, there's our bounce. Now they're trying to bring us up. And we should get to 29.5 because there's massive orders up there. See that? A lot of sells. The big sells are up here. 29.7, 29,006. So it's only behooves me that we should bounce back to the upside now. They've got their orders filled. They got their red. And they got them. They have some positions just in case, but they might move these back up. And we'll watch these at these move. But these are the whales moving their money around on Bybit, on Bybit, on Binance Futures and OKX. So this is a massive, massive amount of whales right there. And so this is all the buying and selling going on in the market. All right. You can see the massive amount of buys. So when everyone else is panic selling, they're buying into this. 29,200. Now 29,000 is starting to fall. I'll tell you what. My next level to watch is this bottom area here at 28,947. And here's a dump for Bitcoin. Massive dump for Bitcoin. Will 30K hold? I guess it didn't. I want to change the thumbnail to massive dump. Oh, what to do? We've been short in the market. We just traded that to the downside. Beautiful trade to the downside. And you have to learn how to short the market. You cannot be stuck on one way. If you want to be successful as a trader, you cannot be stuck on one way because then you're only going to take advantage of like the 6-7 month bull runs. And what about all the pumps during the bear market? There's pumps. We've had a downtrend here. Look, down, down, down. Look, beautiful scalp trade. Beautiful scalp, beautiful scalp, beautiful long, nice long, nice long, nice long. Even in a downtrend, look at this nasty downtrend. Look at all these beautiful longs. So, I mean, there's going to be so much money to be made, and all the new coins coming out on KuCoin. I'm excited. I've never seen so much. This is not a regular bear market. Like, Bitcoin's dumping and all that, but everyone's like, yeah, that's what happens. Everyone's getting used to it. Everyone's getting used to it. So, look, he did raise his order up to 28,009. You see that? He was down here. He flipped an order up here and pulled his Bitcoins up. He's trying to gain that little move here. They're trying to bite at 29.8 because eventually we're going to get oversold, and we're going to have to push back to the upside here, okay? We're going to have to push back to the upside. It's only a matter of time. All right. I am projecting this inverted head and shoulder on the 7-minute. Stay tuned to the Discord. We're going to keep you guys up to date with what's happening in the markets. All right. So we've gone through everything. Let's look at Bitcoin dominance also dumping to the downside. That's actually good for altcoins. Seems like some of the altcoins may hold their. Let's jump into altcoins. Honestly, it's about to bounce back up on the 7-minute though. And it's and so some altcoin, possibly little altcoins didn't get hit as bad as Bitcoin. Let's take it. We're going to look at the BTC pairs. That's how you're going to find that out. You're going to look at the BTC pairs here on KuCoin. You're going to see if anything's beating up on Bitcoin. Bitcoin went down. What did not go down? So Toko went up nicely against Bitcoin. Sudarusu went up nicely. NRG, Presearch, which we've been talking about over and over again, went up nicely against Bitcoin. ZRX went up nicely against Bitcoin. Ruby went up nicely against Bitcoin. Morpheus Labs made a nice move against Bitcoin. So you can see what people didn't sell off against Bitcoin. VIDT, Video Coin, Bolt BTC, which I actually had in a flag earlier today. We'll take a look at that. We'll jump back into the USDT pairs now, but I just want to show you, man, all these coins are holding up against Bitcoin. Every green coin you see here, quite interesting. You don't see that regularly. That's very interesting. We're in an anomaly market. Things are evolving differently. All right. Look at this. The wastelands. I put it in a flag here. This thing would blast up. Insane. So some of these tiny little microcap gaming coins are flying. 149% in 4 hours. I mean, that's insane. Yes, it gave it back, but come on now. Bull's making a bit of a flag here. IDEX banged. We made this little flag. I was just suggesting a scalp. It banged on them like 160% gains. It's insane. CERE. I just drew this inverted head and shoulder. I was playing around by myself. I was like, maybe this, I was on the 15-minute, and I was just like, it's an inverted head and shoulder for sure inside a nice pennant. And then, it wasn't even low in the Stokes. And then the thing just erupted. Went up 127%. Gave it all back. But Adam 3L was pumping. Gave it all back. So, gave it all back. And when the S&P was in that rising wedge, rising wedges break down 68% of the time. If they don't, they go up parabolic. There's a chance. We were low in the stochastics. There was a chance. Dumpage. Okay? Dumpage. Oh, look. There's a trade I put out. VIO. And we nailed it. That's insanity. That's insane. I hit these gains, baby. I don't know how we do it. 153% gains out of VIO. VAI. Nuts. And it actually pumped a little bit there for 7% against the Bitcoin. Interesting. VAI for gains. And all I do is I look for the MACD to be done. I look for falling volume with falling price. I look for the RSI, the white line, the 21-day moving average to be interacting with price. And I look for, a triangle. That is a symmetrical triangle, 50%. And I look for low stochastics. And I look for like a falling wedge in the RSI. If I get all those, and then I look for some divergences and some support and resistance too. And I pull a Fibonacci. So you're like, all I do is you just did everything a complete perfect trader does. Look at the fib. Where are we? At the 706. Right there. Look at that. 706 entry. Dropped a little bit at the 786 and banged on them to the upside. VAI. VIO. Interesting. I remember looking at this the other day. Shout out to everybody here. 608 people on the live. 480 likes. Can I get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. Shout out to each and every one of you for joining the YouTube channel, for watching me short the market live, for watching me take profits live, and for learning how to use 3 commas live. What we did today was amazing. We went over Bitcoin. We talked about it about the short. I showed you how to short open. I showed you how I believed the market was going to go down around 8 o'clock. I was up at 4 a.m. this morning, though, so I was locked and loaded. Looks like I have to wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. every day because that's how we're going to really get locked and loaded. I do wake up pretty early, around 6:37 every morning, but, man, we nailed it. From there, we went over Bitcoin dominance, total market cap. We went over the Dow Jones, the S&P. Okay, we gave you a broad view of the entire market, where we're going, where we could be going. We looked at the 2-week chart on the dollar index. We brought it all the way back to 1989, and we show you the resistance that we're at. And if we break through that, how significant that could be. We showed you so much amazing information today on the live. I cannot believe it. You have empowered me. The more people that come, the more I feel empowered to teach and to grow. And you people teach me every day, too. There's always something new in the channel. There's always something new in the live every single day. I can't believe it. We're going to look at DECENTRAWORLD for Devo, and we're going to jump on into Super Chats and have fun now. 21% up on the short. Shout out to Chris B, my man. We love you. We love you, bro. Sick of putting these manual stops on KuCoin. Croaky, it's time for 3 commas, methinks. Yo, I'm telling you right now. And, use my referral link. It does help out. It does help me out. It does help me out. But, I mean, look how easy that was. You see how easy I just got in and out of my trades live? Like, do you really want to play games? Porter, you should, if you can, cut out those different sections because I did them at different times and just be like, and 10 minutes later. And then I'm back, and now I'm adjusting. I'm back, and 4 minutes later, I'm back, and now I'm adjusting. And dude, you can show people how easy 3 commas is, dude. That's going to be gold, Porter. Gold. If you need a virtual assistant, data entry, chat support, moderator, or need someone to do freelance tasks, you can hire me. $250 an hour, man. I'm just, how much do you, yeah, I mean, email CryptoLivers@gmail. Email CryptoLivers@gmail. It's always good to have an extra virtual assistant, but I got the best assistant in the world. I'll tell you that right now. And he as long as he ain't going anywhere, and I would never replace him, Sean. You're never getting replaced. So you're with me till you're like 50 years old, Sean. So I hope you have plans to stay with me for the next 20 years, Sean, because I'm not letting you go, bro. I'm like this with you, bro. I have the greatest assistant in the world. My assistant is I have the best assistant in the entire world. Nobody has a better assistant than me. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. It doesn't get better than Sean. It doesn't get better than Sean. It doesn't. Hands down. Super chats are open. Please send in those super chats for TA and deep dives. I have noticed that you get stopped out on KuCoin. You need to go back and manually cancel your upper stop limit sell too. Learn that the other day. Really? No, because your position's gone. That wouldn't make any sense. You got no position. Unless you wanted to buy back in at one point. Maybe you're right. LOL, this guy runs up 6 figures yearly. What a whack dude. What a hater, man. Yeah, I do. And honestly, I don't mind bringing that up. Yeah, the Discord makes money because people learn a lot of information. And people make a lot of money. People make 80K, 100K. People paid off debt, start businesses. Yeah. I'll stay with you, lifer. I got you. Thank you, Sean. Mr. Price, you're the man. Much respect for everything you and your team are doing. This energy is gold. I love the stream. I'm buying Crow Moon and Tectonic every week. Long-term coin holder, goats. Just be careful, man. Those sound like poo coins. Tectonic is a little coin, but it does give you that 100,000%. Discord is priceless. Facts. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. But 3 commas does not have an app. Yes, they do. They have an app. They have an app. And honestly, even if they don't have an app, you can log in on your phone with a website and use the website version, which is great. He goes, Papa EG doesn't like money. Yeah, he hates money, man. That dude don't like money. He's like, oh, money? Get that away from me. I don't like money. I'm scared of that stuff. Keep that stuff away. Loca. See, everything broke. We had beautiful channels. We had beautiful lines. Everything was looking nice and spicy. My Polex trade just didn't play out. Just got pounded. It did break out, though. It's interesting. It broke out. It's like retesting now, which is interesting. It almost like didn't dump as bad as the rest of the market. You can see that? See Polex? And when I look at Polex, look at this. I mean, now it's forming this channel here. Higher lows, if you can hold the higher low. It's extremely oversold on the 15, the 1 hour, and the 4 hour. I'm expecting a bounce here, 6 figures so you see what TA works. So sounds like you should pick up what's being put down. Sounds like you should join the Discord and get the hate out of your heart, son. I love you, Stack. You're the man, dude. Stack will tell it to you straight up. Just remember, you could be getting shilled by Bybit links instead of being educated. Wow. Whoa. Mic drop, dude. Hold up. Dustin Kava with the mic drop. Just remember, you could be getting shilled a Bybit link instead of being educated. Dustin Kava laying it down. Oh, my God. That's what I've seen the past 3 days I've been in. Worry about your shares, not the next man's shoes. My man. $99 for 60 real-time Bitcoin updates and 4 to 2 hour private sessions a month. Too cheap, in my opinion. I agree, man. I agree. It should be $500 a month. Straight up, man. I love you all, baby. I love you all. I love you all. Man, the consistency is key, baby. I'll teach you all. Consistency will get you exactly where you need to be. Consistency will get you exactly where you need to be every single time, my friends. Every single time. And nobody can take away your work ethic from you. Nobody. This is looking like a coin that could bounce. ZK Tubes here, you know? Just something on my radar when Bitcoin makes a bit of a bounce here, because it doesn't always go down forever. We got a pretty nice short there. Doesn't go down forever, so let's make sure we maintain. It's a bit of a descending triangle, but it is a falling wedge. It is a falling wedge. We could actually extend the wedge and say we might come down a little lower. Look for my 15 to come down. We might, getting close. This thing could pop. And the thing is, another cool thing is when you're not in a short, you freak out because the market dumps. And when the market dumps, then you're depressed and you turn off the screen and you're like, I don't want to look at stuff. When you're in a short, you're excited because you made money when the market dumps. And then you're ready to open longs when you're supposed to. So when you trade right, it helps you trade right again. You get it? You keep trading right because your mind's in the right mentality. You're like, oh yeah, why wouldn't I just? And now you can see the longs because you're not depressed. You want to look at the chart. You're like, you're excited. You see? I hyped much love and it auto-corrected. I hate love. Don't worry. Don't love. We love you, man. Well, at least you corrected it and I saw it, so everybody knows. We know that you're here because you're a lifer, and we know no lifer hates love, man. Love is the strongest frequency, everybody. I don't like alcohol a lot. I really push against it. I don't drink it at all for any reason, even a sip. I'm done with it. I gave it up, and I'm done. And I believe it was a degenerative force in my life. I wasn't even a strong drinker. I never even kept a six-pack in the fridge, but, you know, in my lifetime, I probably drank it 2,000-3,000 times or something crazy. Who knows? And I've been throwing up, and I did it all, and Jack Daniels, and, you know, I lived in New York City 20 years, nights till the sun came up, SoCo 100 proof till we threw up all over each other. Again, I did it all. I did it all. And I'll tell you right now, I could say you don't miss out on anything by quitting alcohol. Some people say, oh, you won't have all the fun nights and all that. Man, it is the worst thing for your organs. It is more car accidents, more people die. Like, oh my God, man, it causes so many pains. You know, they call it spirits for a reason. It's someone's bad spirits. And again, there's the little devil in me that's like, Sam, you know, you want a Guinness. You know, you want to have a little beer and relax. You remember what it was like. And I just tell myself, it's a high. You feel a high frequency for a second, but you pay in a lower frequency the next day. So fine, you get a little bit of euphoria, but it just brings you down the next day. It's a depressant. It's not doing what you think it's doing for you. It's doing the exact opposite. It's making the next day harder for you to be who you want to be. It's making it harder the next day to be who you want to be. And it only covering up how you feel that moment in time. You know, I bring it up because I believe alcohol and trading really don't have a place together. And I hate to be rude, and I hate if someone's upset right now and they're looking at me like, I don't want to be a part of this. And I don't want to be a channel that's like, you know, I don't like to preach to people. Do whatever makes you happy. I don't judge you. You do whatever you want to do. Okay? Do whatever makes you happy. All right? I'm just telling you that once I got alcohol out of my life, a lot of things started going really well for me. Okay? Really, really well. Wow, people did bump on us. I'm going to reassess the market. I'm not going to be posting tons of charts right now. I need to see what Bitcoin's about to do and kind of see a lot of coins dump with Bitcoin. So as the 3S tokens just took a nice move to the upside. And that's how we take advantage, right? Like, look at that. I had this trade open just the other day. It's up nicely now. Went up twice, never hit the stop loss. 12% gains. Better than losing money in the market, I'll tell you that. And it was up 17 from the first time. So 2 times you could have traded this exact trade. It's kind of funny. E3S. Okay. Let's jump on to Bitcoin right now. We're going to take a look at BTC. And it is 11:30. I'm trying to maybe get out of here by 11:30. Be a smart plan. Be a smart idea. All right. All right. This is my KuCoin chart. And what I like to do is I like to delete everything and start. It's just after the move, I want to be fresh. I want to see it from a baby's. My friend started an album. He called it Beginner's Mind, right? And I was like, why'd you call it Beginner's Mind? He's like, yo, because you don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, no, dude. He's like, that's Tao, Buddhist teachings. And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, well, we must always maintain a beginner's mind. And I'm like, what do you mean? He said, well, once you learn something and you think you're an expert at it, an expert knows everything, right? So why would you need to learn any more? So once you think you're an expert, you're kind of done. You're like, I'm an expert, right? He's like, and what it does is it subdues you from learning because you don't learn as much because you think you're an expert, okay? Now, if you always say I'm a beginner, even as you get deeper and deeper, even when you've been in it for 20 years, you're like, I'm still a beginner. There's still so much more for me to learn, then you'll be ready to learn more, okay? You'll be ready to learn more. And in that sense, you may actually achieve great, like just continuously achieve great progression. And so by using the beginner's mind, you will always know that there's more to learn and that you don't know it all. And I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance, Socrates, and begin to grow and begin to gain the knowledge. I mean, Bitcoin breaks this. So we wicked down, we got back up. That is big time support right now. You can see that because it was support there. We wicked down to it, bounced up here, kind of a bit of a bounce. It's a zone. Let's zone it out. And we start now, just like we started this morning. We assess the situation. We see what the market's giving us. That was a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder. Look at it. Shoulder, head, and a shoulder. Clear as day. Flip it upside down if you don't like that, and you would have traded that as an inverted. Okay? It was an M pattern as well, and it was at heavy resistance. Okay? So it is what it is. Nice that we're actually holding this. Means we could bounce. Go to smaller time frames to make it more of see, the smaller time frame will give you the pattern. And now we're making an inverted head and shoulder at the bottom of the 1 minute chart, which is usually where the bottom begins. Isn't this amazing, everybody? We use the head and shoulder to dump. And what I want to show you is the market doesn't care whether you're up or down. Price action. Like this will dump just like a head and shoulders dumps, but you're upside down, you'll pump. Right? Like I could scalp this 1 minute chart right now. And it's highly likely, it's 68% chance that this is going to break out. This is where you'd like to get in. You'd like to get into the tip of the right shoulder, and this would break to the upside. We'll keep this on ice for a second because I'd love to go back to this and see if that plays out. But it's highly likely that it does. All right. How am I switching back a lot? I'm using Bitcoin charts on multiple time frames and multiple places. Like I'm using the Bitcoin chart on KuCoin. I'm using the Bitcoin chart on Binance. I'm using the Bitcoin all-time index chart. And that's how I'm able to have multiple ideas on multiple Bitcoin charts. All right. No one taught me that. I just started doing it one day. It made sense. Okay. It made sense. Did I sell the top of the short? Possibly pretty close to it. I sold into the zone. And we shall see from there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Shout out to all the subscribers, all the people hitting that like button, all the comments, and all the super chats. I really greatly appreciate it. So what I'm seeing is a possible bounce. I mean, this is our zone right here. Right there. We've had rejection. You know, that's the neckline of that previous inverted head and shoulder. Let me delete this. No, I don't want to delete that. And what I like about this is I always have a lot of work, and then I can go back and I can get it again. So it's likely, based on the stochastics RSI, that we bounce back to the top of the channel here. And we make a shoulder, a head, and a shoulder there. Okay? The price action can only fit in so many patterns. It can't do whatever it wants. It can only fit in so many patterns. Okay? So that's my analysis for the day, everybody. I didn't really get into all the altcoins like I usually do. But we did make a live trade on Bitcoin. And Bitcoin really stole the show today. I have to be honest. Bitcoin really stole the show. It was the Bitcoin show. And the rising wedge broke to the downside as suggested. And you saw a beautiful TA play out and traditional TA play out. Could more happen? Could we see more downside? Very, very well. We could see a double bottom here and come down to this level right here that I got that line at, like, which is about 28,500, 28,006 area. So look out. But I do believe we will get a bounce based on the 5-minute chart. I mean, the 15-minute chart and the 1-hour chart being very oversold. The 7-minute is rounded and wants to push up. I mean, that's usually where you get the move. And then I showed you on the 1 minute on that other chart that we had an inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute. I'd like to stay here just until this pumps back to the upside. Play with some altcoins. But if BitBoy's live right now, I want to just give them that respect. Shout out to everybody here. 2,400 views already, and the stream isn't even over yet. You people are amazing. Thank you. Let's jump into the super chats. Let's jump into the chat. Let's have fun with the chat, everybody. Try to be one of the most attentive chat readers in the game. Are you going to check out the altcoins that people sent in the super chat? Look at that. Yeah, James. I have to go, buddy. See you. No worries, buddy. Super chats. Devo, FITFI, One, and GALA. Let's take a look at those. Let's take a look at DEWO, DEWO, Devo Land, Devo, crypto here. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on into the live. What is DECENTRAWORLD? There you go, Devo, yeah. Extra. All right. DECENTRAWORLD's ecosystem. And here, if you want to find a little coin and you want to chart it, we chart everything here on the market. We know exactly where to go, how to do it. That's another thing we do. We're a very decentralized. Lately, we haven't been able to do because the decentralized coin world really doesn't spike up and get hot until Bitcoin really finds a bottom and starts to pump again. Then DeFi starts to boom again, and it really comes back strong. It tends to recede heavy when Bitcoin goes into a recession. So, and this is a Bitcoin recession. You know, we're going through a recession right now. Interesting what you just said here for this. This isn't a flag and highly likely to break to the upside. I like what I'm seeing here. And again, when a lifer puts something out, there's a reason. So look, that's a bullish flag to the upside. And then you can hit indicators here. Type in RSI, relative, and then type in stochastics. That's really all I need to get busy and support and resistance. And I can find my way in the dark. I'll tell you that. And so here we have a bullish pennant here. This is high risk, high reward. I am going to put this out to the group once I read about it and find out what it is. Look at the market cap. Let's do a deep dive together, everybody. Thank you so much for that. And this is what we do. We have fun time doing deep dives here. Can't really get a market cap. It's too small. It's a good sign. It usually means, it has multiple addresses. I really like that. Multi-chain. If you're not multi-chain, get out the way. You got to be multi-chain. This is another thing. See, we teach all about how to navigate the decentralized world in cryptocurrency. Haven't really been able to showcase that skill set that we have here on this channel because we've been having to kind of short the whole market and take advantage of the blue chips. But we do deep dives here. We trade tiny micro caps. We trade it all here no matter what. We give you BOOKMAP. We give you 3 commas. We give you tiny little coins on DEX screener. You name it. We're here to support you. We're here to teach you how to navigate the crypto space. We're here to find gains if they're there. Okay? And we're here to keep it moving at the speed of light. Shout out to each and every one of you for shining on me as I shine every single day. Light does nothing illuminated light does nothing in the absence of eyes, right? So like if you're shining and no one sees you shining, you're not helping the world. You're not helping the world. People got to see you shine. You're going to help someone else shine. When I saw other YouTubers shine and make it, it made me want to shine and become a YouTuber. So they gave me that will, right? Because they shined, they inspired other people to change their lives. So never hold back, everybody. Be who you want to be. Only you truly know who you're going to be in life. Only you truly know your true potential. Not your girlfriend, not your wife. Someone might really you might have a locked-in partner. But most people, my wife knows now, but there was a time when she really didn't truly get my vision, where I really wanted to take things. She sees it now. She's 100% now. We're on that same page. But, your parents, your friends, they'll tell you things that are actually detrimental to who you are because they don't know your true want. Like, you might have some huge goals that they can't even think about. So remember that. Go for your goals. Go for the gold, baby. Don't let anybody hold you back. And if someone is talking negative to you right now, if you have a negative person in your life, get rid of them immediately. Get rid of them absolutely immediately. Cut them out of your life. I used to keep people in my life. I had no need keeping them in my life. So let's take a look at this here. Let's bring the music down. Restoring privacy and financial freedom to humanity. DECENTRAWORLD by Demo. Launched today, 7 p.m. UTC. Multi-chain. Farming pools. DECENTRAWORLD.io. Interesting. .mix.xmr. So it's somewhat of a privacy coin. Ecosystem of dApps with privacy protocols by default. Founded in 2021 by a group of white hat developers who believe in financial privacy and freedom. Since then, DECENTRAWORLD has grown massively in all aspects. Exposure, community. I mean, this is something that would grow right now. While the whole market dips, this would be, because what is value? Value is when the world is taking something that's scarce. What is scarce? Privacy. No one is getting privacy. So because privacy is scarce, this coin will go up in value. You get it? Because privacy is scarce and they're providing privacy. I mean, interesting to think about. 2,000 transactions per second. Not too bad. Supported chains. Crow. Phantom. I'm putting myself to the test there. Polygon, Matic, Ethereum, Avalanche, and Binance Smart Chain. I mean, pretty good. You got to love it, right? Multi-chain. I mean, why DECENTRAWORLD was created, it's clear that it's more clear than ever that governments around the world want to keep controlling their citizens by fighting the one thing they can't control. the blockchain and crypto assets. The biggest threat to them is the decentralized finance with DeFi. We, the people, created our decentralized finance ecosystems where we don't need any governments or banks for our financial needs anymore. Instead of giving power and profit to the banks and governments, we keep it among us, not by using fiat currencies and decentralized banks. I like to believe this, but a lot of these guys say that and then their mission is kind of flawed. However, I'm a TA guy and I'm a swing trader. I like the premise. I could see people get behind this. Has a tiny market cap, hasn't really begun to grow yet. And despite what's happening in the market, in the carnage, it's high risk for sure. Extremely high risk, but there's possibly a 48% gains coming out of this. You have to know how to buy this on PancakeSwap. That's going to be not that easy. That's something that you have to know. You have to become a decentralized guru of sorts. If you're just a trader, so we trade everything here. We teach you technical analysis. We also teach you decentralized finance. We teach you how to use PancakeSwap. We teach you how to find a coin that's decentralized. How do you do that? You would go to PancakeSwap. You would paste in the address. I could show you real quick. I haven't showed anyone this in a while. We haven't had to do it in a second. You would paste this here like so. Okay? You would then head on over to PancakeSwap. And there's other chains you could buy it on too. You could go to QuickSwap and buy it on QuickSwap because it was on Matic. But here we're at PancakeSwap.finance. Okay? I would go to the trade section. I would go to the swap button. I would flip this. No, I'm going to BNB, the coin I want. I'm going to hit the coin. I'm going to paste the address in here. This is so fun. It loads the address, demo. I'm going to import. I'm going to click. I'm going to hit import. I could buy this token now, decentralized on PancakeSwap. Okay? All right. Wow, it's $3,000 a coin? That's insane. It's worth $6,000. Why does it say 001? Maybe I must put the wrong way. That's weird. What's going on there? DWO, BNB. Or maybe that's how much. Oh, there's 6,900 BNB in there, right? That's what I'm guessing here. I should know. They've changed this in the past. So, oh, in 24 hours, that's much. Yeah, so and that's how much has been traded in 24 hours. 6,000 BNBs, almost 7,000 BNB. It's pretty crazy. Trading volume has dropped. All right. Still trying to hug this right shoulder. How we are dropping. We could bear flag and dump. We can't get above resistance the next time we swing on Stokes. You could use the 1 minute to teach you how to trade the weekly. I know people don't realize that, but smaller time frames can teach you anything you need to know. Okay? Let's jump back into the super chats here. Super chats, Devo, FITFI, 1 in GALA. Let's take a look at FITFI. On Huobi, right? Oh, it was on KuCoin too. Step out. Yeah. All right. It's flagging right. I see a cup and handle right off the bat on the 1 minute chart, but that's the 1 minute. But just, you know. All right, so here's FITFI. We have it in a bit of a falling wedge here. Bit of a cup with a longer handle. For produce the gains, I'll leave the cup off. How you go? There you go, produce the gains. I know you can't stand that cup. I love you for it. Funny, that used to get on my nerves. Now I love you for it. Now I heard you last night when you were like talking to someone. You're like, but I just don't get why the cup, like, it doesn't matter. And I was like, I kind of agree with this dude. I was like, it's a fallen wedge at the end of the day, man, you know? But again, it's our call sign. You know, if anything, you know, Jedica goes, aha! It just, Sammy, cup and handy to the upside. It's just our calling. You know what I'm saying? It's just something we have that other channels don't. To kind of hype up the channel, hype us up. Sammy, cup and handy, and I sound like Bob Costas. So people love it. You know what I'm saying? They absolutely love it. Anyway, so don't hate on it. Just get with it. You know what I'm saying? We just start drawing those cups even though you can't stand them. I love you, brother. But look, the 2 hour chart coming on down. Let's take a look at the 4 hour chart for FITFI. It does have some momentum. To the bone. Has some momentum on that 4 hour to the downside. However, 1 hour is bouncing here. You could try to kind of make this. I think we're going to go a little lower, but you could say we hung out. 1 hour is very oversold, just like Bitcoin wants to bounce. What you want to see is FITFI break above resistance, use it as support, hit this resistance, and then that would be the best place to long the chart. So as it's coming down on like the 15-minute for entry. So we'd be looking for you do whatever makes you happy. You learn the education from me if you want, learn the education from anywhere you want, and then apply that education to what I'm teaching you here. But that's your support line. That's where you would bounce off 22.33. So I'd be looking for that area to, and a breakout out of here. You could come up here, get rejected, and then this could break down. And you could go even lower. You go lower, you have a nasty measured move out of this falling wedge. You know, back to basically your bottom. So if Bitcoin takes a huge tumble, I believe FITFI will too as well. So watch that carefully and be careful. Let's take a look at Harmony 1. Harmony 1, baby. Harmony 1 on KuCoin. Harmony 1 is going to follow Bitcoin in a nutshell. 1 hour is pointing to the downside and it has more momentum actually down right now. You can see that it has this channel and this channel that it's in. Would probably highly likely come to the bottom of the channel and double bottom here. Okay? Doesn't mean it's guaranteed, but it's likely. This is the rising wedge. I mean, to me, it's just fall. What the heck was that? You guys just saw that, right? That was insane. Someone just did a really, like, some noob just market bot. That's a market buy. We just witnessed a market buy. He just market bot right there. He's already negative. He bought right there, and see the price went right up to get him and then came right back down. Don't market buy. That's what it'll do for you. Then he's going to go into the green right now. He just market bought. Now he's going to panic sell at one point and add to a green candle, to a red candle. You saw what just happened. That was crazy. This candle just went right up to the 200-day moving average. Touched it, came back down, and turned red again. Nuts. I've never seen that live in my life. We just witnessed something I've never seen live in my life. Wow, the 15-minute wants to bounce, and it's trying to bounce. Maybe Bitcoin just did that and everything followed it. That's kind of crazy. So you're at a standing point here. And look, you bounce. Harmony 1. It's got to hold above 4 or 5 to basically remain bullish, in my humble opinion. I believe it's going to follow Bitcoin and come to this bottom channel, but anything is possible for Harmony 1. Let's take a look at GALA. People are DCAing right now. I don't know if it's the best time to be midterm holding anything at all. GALA was in a shoulder head and a beautiful shoulder. Disrespected it completely. Could have done some damage. Did not do any damage at all. Okay. You're going to want to pull a fib here. Just a mini fib from these local areas. You're coming back down to the 618. You bounced off the 618 right there. So not too shabby. Okay. Then you're going to want to kind of zoom in and make a pattern of some type. And this is what you got. Same as what we just saw. I think we're coming to the bottom of the pattern, bouncing off the 618. But you are at resistance just like the other chart because this is falling. You're at this resistance here. So, but you're very low. You could get pinned. The 50-minute suggests and the 7-minute that you do get a bit of a bounce. How strong the bounce is and what happens is the question. Now that I showed you the bigger zone, now that I showed you the bigger zone, let me zoom in here. And so how can you predict what will happen? We'll draw a flag. If it stays in this flag, you're likely to make a bear flag and dump. If it doesn't, it makes an inverted head and shoulder and it breaks to the upside of that, then you're likely to keep moving and make a higher low. So there's two real easy things to find. So you project both patterns and kind of see which one it does. Sometimes it does a little bit of both, but you'll see. And yeah. That's how I would play GALA. All right. And measured move for GALA could be down to 7.5 cents. It's back when we started looking at GALA. 6-7 cents. I can't believe it. GALA. Wow. Too dangerous for me out there. I'll wait. There you go, Alchemist. Porter Raw. No, it wasn't missed. Was mentioned even on the live when the war needed the super chats. And Crypto, what's up, brother? I strongly believe we're going down to 22K. I just look at what the TA tells me. Yep. Can we stay with Bitcoin and revisit BOOKMAP? Michael Scott. Then again, not in the fly. It's so real, not exist. I see those market buys in XRP chart a lot. I laughed at myself all the time. So not so. I got this new standing map and it has a ball that I can like massage my foot on. And it's just so nice to just like press on the ball with sneakers on. BTC 3S gonna pump to 180. Faha fo high, my man. Super Chats 1 and GALA, thank you for that. Can you take a look at JSMY? Would love that. We'll take a look at that. Where is everybody from? We got a lot of people here. Shout out. Tell us where you're from. My name's Sam, and I am from Boston, Mass. I lived in New York City for 20 years, but I'm in Boston, Mass right now. Put your name and tell me where you're from. Shout us out. Shout you out. Lifers, I want to see where you're from around the world. We got 500 people. We haven't done a roll call in a few days. Let's get that chat pumping. Let me know where you're from. It's going to start pumping fast, and I'm going to start calling out your names and your life. You don't have to put your name, but I'd like to see. Toronto, Canada, baby. Stack from Miami. Ware, Mass, my man. Germany. Dave from Vegas. Bulgaria, dude. Portland, Maine. Dorchester, Utah. Massachusetts, Romaine, Singapore, Bend, Oregon, Palm Springs, North Carolina, Virginia, Los Angeles. Love learning IVDM. Funny. Australia, Maine, Wales, Switzerland, Florida, Nabu, snowy Colorado, Mexico, always sunny, almost Colorado. I love it. Man. Spring, Ohio, St. Augustine, New York, Philippines. My name is Scotty Swing. I love you, Scotty. Salem, Oregon, Wales, Denver, Canada. We miss some here in Minnesota, Florida. My man, Fango, and North Dakota, Fargo, North Dakota. Love it. Gibraltar, Alex, California, Springboks, Ohio, St. Augustine, Florida, the Philippines, Manchester, Gainesville, Pacific Beach, California, Mumbai, Vancouver, Hotlanta, Earth, I love that, Host System, oh wow, Gems, Orlando, Austin, Texas, Valrico, Florida, Fort Worth, Texas, New Mexico, Orlando, Latvia, India, wow, unbelievable. Vegas is here, Sofia, Bulgaria, Jedi, Gems, Orlando, Clemens, North Carolina, east of Toronto, Kurt, Thailand, Toronto, Cape Town, Belgium, Randy, oh no, London, Colombo, Sacramento, Milky Way Galaxy, Wyoming, Car Wash in St. Pete's, my man. Shout out to Rodney Robinson. We love you. As I'm coming through the speakers at the car wash, hope you're getting splashed and having some fun there at the car wash. Hit the windows. Where are they going? Are you getting into the wax? Is it hot? What is happening? Are they outside right now with the... Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Virginia, Sweden. Wow. Earthling, baby. Huntington Beach, California, Indiana, Belgium, the moon. Do you do meetups? Yeah, why not? Fort Myers, Buffalo, New York. Wow, man, this is amazing. Belgium, you people are unbelievable. Unbelievable. Everyone, I'm going to end the show. Thank you so much for being here. I usually do more super chats. I'm going to try. The market's just been hard, and Bitcoin's been taking up a lot of time during the live stream. I love you all. I'll be back tomorrow, 8 p.m. However, I do try to do a 10 a.m. show. I believe with the momentum we have here, we should be doing a 10 a.m. show. I have my buddy, Crypto Muser. Let me show you his channel right now that we get a lot of people on here. Everybody, check out Crypto Muser. Please check him out. How low we go. Big up to my Idaho neighbors. If you want to know how low we go, jump on into the Discord. You're going to get a Bitcoin update every 2 to 3 hours, and you're going to know exactly where Bitcoin's going to go. Noodle, Parachain, Pulse Chain, Metropolitan Update. Check out my man, The Crypto Lifestyle. He also has great advice, man. I love this guy. I just bought a new Canon camera. I got the Canon M6 Mark II. It is a 2-year-old camera, but it has the fastest sensor in the game right now compared to any camera. They will probably come out with a new series in the next few months. I heard the R is going to come out, but this thing is unbelievable. It does have the adapter on it for bigger EF lenses. If you want to really take your game to the next level and you're shooting and you're doing vlogging and stuff like that, this shoots 4K at 30 frames and 24. This camera is unbelievable. Absolutely love it, putting it to work. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. All right. Just wanted to plug the Canon Mark II M6. It's awesome. It's a great camera. Bitcoin dropping to the downside continuously here. Let's look at the smaller time frame, and the 7-minute is slipping on us. 7-minute is slipping, 1 minute forming a bear flag. Sometimes you need the smaller time frames. So look, I mean, that's a bearish flag, because if you flip this upside down, I would trade it like a flag, a parabolic. Like it would only, it basically would be like, it breaks up parabolically, you know? So you're right. I mean, my short may continue. I still have it open somewhere else too. I can't close it till I get off and I can flip on, you know? Interesting. Oh yeah, we're upside down now though, right? So this is telling me we may dump to the downside. Measured move is 28,500. Be careful, everybody. I do see some possibly more downside coming for Bitcoin on the short end. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. I'm doing the right thing. We're here to educate ourselves. We're making money every single day. We're trading 7 days a week here on the channel. I'll be back tomorrow. Ooh, Crypto Muser. I got distracted. Check out my buddy Crypto Muser's YouTube channel, please. He makes a video every single day. He has 500 subscribers today. He hit a milestone. 500 subs today, man. That's a big, big deal. I remember when I got my first 500, it was a big deal, my man. He makes a video every single day, 2 days, 5 days, 22 hours. And he really breaks down the XRP because that has implications on the whole market. He's probably going to be live with me tomorrow at 10 a.m. We should do a live show together. And then I'm also live tomorrow at 8 p.m. But I'm on the Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m., everybody. Why is that? Because Saturday night's fun. I like to have a fun show. I like to kind of get crazy with it. And then Sunday night is because we do the weekly candle close. So come on back for more. If you're new, you're going to have a blast. I love you all. Stay motivated. Stay ready to go. Stay entertained. This channel will do all three things for you. I'll see you on the next live stream, everybody. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when I post my next video. And remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I couldn't do this channel without you all showing up every day. So I know it. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Be safe.